Would it be Ryan the Great? And today, we're on our fourth video today. We talked about Russell Wilson. We talked about Landon Dickerson. We talked about Saquon Barkley and Bryce Huff. Now we're moving on to Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, Kirk Cousins is one of the top free agents in the class. So obviously what I said I'm doing is that, we're only doing the biggest moves and moves that affect the Philadelphia Eagles. So Kirk Cousins is one of the top free agents in the NFL. He is going to be talked about in this video. So we're not going to be talking about what does it mean for Kirk Cousins. We're just going to be talking about what does the move mean for the Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. So let's just get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother the Great blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X or Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go find me on Twitch at Great Podcast. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the video and let's roll that intro. Won't it be Ryan the Great? And today, it'll be intercepted! The defensive line. What the hell are you doing? No effort whatsoever when it came to the defense. That he is 0 for 2 today. Come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red flag! First pitch! Bring him in! Boston! Stop! Woo! Bring that! Yeah! Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3. What? Alright, let's go into the video. So starting off, what does this move mean for the Minnesota Vikings? Well, this is the worst possible news for the Minnesota Vikings. Their problem was they really couldn't pay both Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. In my opinion, I think Kirk Cousins should have been signed first. Obviously, Justin Jefferson is one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the NFL. But your quarterback is the most important position. With a great receiver, you need a really good quarterback. We see this on a lot of teams. There are a lot of teams that have really good receivers, but they don't have a quarterback. If there's a quarterback that really can't necessarily throw the football to the receivers that aren't that good, some quarterbacks can succeed. Can Kirk Cousins succeed with that? Maybe. He has Hawkinson and Addison, but you could have had some extra money out there and maybe sign a couple role players that are receivers. Obviously, Justin Jefferson would take away your chances of trying to compete for a championship, but it would at least save you from being terrible. Like, you could at least try to go to the playoffs, but it would at least save you from being terrible. We see what Patrick Mahomes is doing right now. He really doesn't have too many receivers. He only really has Travis Kelce. Now, I'm not trying to compare Kirk Cousins to Patrick Mahomes. My point is that, some quarterbacks don't have great receivers, and they're still able to compete for championships, and Patrick Mahomes' case, win a championship. Now, obviously, I don't think Cousins and the Vikings would win a championship, but you guys are probably understanding my point right here. Now, their biggest thing is that Justin Jefferson could leave. They're probably going to offer Justin Jefferson a really, really, really big contract extension that's going to reset the receiver market. It'll probably be the highest paid annual receiver in the NFL, blah, blah, blah. Because Justin Jefferson is probably the best receiver in the NFL. Still had over 1,000 receiving yards while being out for 6 games with his, hip injury, hamstring injury, something around there. I don't really remember. He was out for 6 games, but still had over a 1,000-yard receiving season. That's just how great Justin Jefferson is. Now the Vikings are apparently targeting Sam Darnold, which I think is a little stupid. I highly doubt they're going to get Justin Fields, though. I would try to make a play. If you want to offer a first-round pick for Justin Fields, I could see you guys doing that, because I don't think anybody is going to trade for Justin Fields, I don't know my point is, or what I was trying to say is, I don't know who's going to give up a first-round pick for Justin Fields, but we don't even know if anybody's going to take Justin Fields. The Bears are in a bit of a bad situation. We might have to talk about if Justin Fields is going to go to Minnesota and if the Bears are going to be forced to give up Justin Fields to Minnesota, because it looks like they're going to be going with Caleb Williams in the NFL draft. So now, you might lose your receiver and you already lost your quarterback. Because I don't think Justin Jefferson is going to want to play for Sam Darnold, who has been a backup for the San Francisco 49ers this season. It just doesn't make any sense. I thought they should have went after Russell Wilson, but obviously Wilson didn't really have much of an interest going there. It's a bad situation for the Vikings right now, and they could be, if Jefferson leaves, they could be ready to go into the tank because they won't have anybody else. Now, what does this mean for the Atlanta Falcons? I really have liked their offseason so far. They got a really good head coach in Raheem Morris. They just lost Jeff Okudah in free agency, but Jeff Okudah honestly looks like a bust on his third team after being, the third overall pick? I mean, that's just ridiculous. Their defense, they had some injuries last season on defense, but they should be coming back fully healthy. We get that right there. They have some really good offensive pieces. I think they could really use some some more offensive line, better players. Because the thing is that Kirk Cousins is just coming off an Achilles injury. That's one of the worst injuries any player could get. He's definitely going to need some protection back there, especially in the first few weeks of the season. And now you have him for a 4-year contract, which does give your pieces, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson, developing them, getting them used to trying to compete for a playoff spot, a divisional round playoff spot, and maybe eventually trying to get to the NFC divisional round or NFC championship game. Right now, I know I'm putting high expectations on them, but if all goes well, that honestly could be their ceiling. This is a very good offensive team, and I really like their defensive coach that will help lead that side of the ball. So once again, you have Pitts, Robinson, Drake London. I think that Kyle Pitts is going to be utilized very well. I really like this move for the Falcons. I thought the Falcons honestly should have went for Justin Fields. I just thought, the way that, Justin Fields' team he had already would kind of would help him mesh well with the Atlanta Falcons. I kind of compare the Falcons and Bears offenses a little bit. Now, obviously, they have teams excel. Both teams excel in different categories, but I think their offenses are a little bit similar. I thought he would have been the better option than Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins is by no means a very bad option. I think that he's a quarterback that can definitely still play. He was an MVP candidate last season before he got injured. He already threw for 3,000-something yards in only a few games. He was playing very, very well. I still think it's a great, not a great signing. I think it's a very good signing. I think he was probably the best quarterback on the market. So I don't think he was the most valuable quarterback on the market when it came to being traded or signing, but I think he was the best quarterback on the market. We'll have to see how this move works out. That'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my other Really Great vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Running Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X at Running RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Running RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at Running Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.